Belize Watch. Knowledge of the past, impacting the present, building the future.
Rotary's mission is to provide service to others. The Rotary Club of Corozal is spearheading a Hope to Walk project. Our Belize Watch team stopped in to find out more about the project that provides prosthetic legs to amputees. President Shelley Falk told us how the project came about and the role of Rotarians from Highlander Ranch in the USA. We will have that for you after we hear from our partners, Belize Tourism Board, Shell Belize Limited, and DeBarry.
We are DeBarry, offering you great products, good service, and of course, the lowest prices in the entire country. Visit us in Belize City, Belmopan, San Ignacio Cayo, Orange, and now in San Pedro, La Isla Bonita. DeBarry. Get more? Be less.
Shell V-Power with 3 times more cleaning and friction-reducing molecules. Go well. Go Shell.
This no right. Garbage in the streets, creating dump sites, throwing a trash on the highway. We no fit do that. Only we could stop this. Each of we play an important part in protecting our beautiful country. This that we believe. Respect it, cherish it, love it.
It don't matter what part of the jewelry come from. You da you and me da me. But guess what? All are we the one. See what I mean?
I'm with Shelley Falk, the president of the Rotary Club of Corozal. And we are in el municipio de Corozal, in el norte, in the northern part of Belize. Beautiful Corozal tongue. But Shelley, I want to thank you so much for inviting me here and for the work you're doing with the prosthetic program being implemented by your Rotary Club. But I usually try to find out first about people who I talk to. So Shelley, who is Shelley Falk? And then we go into Rotary.
Thank you, Renee, and thank you for being here. This is very important for the public to know what we're doing to help people that need prosthetics. So I am actually a resident of Belize now, officially. I'm from the United States, but we've been here about 10 years, and Dr. Mike is my husband. He's the chiropractor here in town, and so we reside right here on the south side of Corozal, and I've been in Rotary for like 8 years, and very much enjoying it, the current president, and I think the next incoming president as well. Anyway, but that's kind of it. We just decided last year, Mike and I always have a goal every year that we want to set up at the beginning of the year. And we said, we need to do something for people so they can walk. And he said, okay, how are we going to do this? Well, as luck has it, before COVID, I talked to the people from Hope to Walk, and we were going to have them come in and see us. And then all of a sudden, COVID. And then, has luck and God, they reached out to us like 2 days after we started talking about this goal and said, are you wanting us to still come? And I went, that is amazing. Yes, we do want you to come. So they came and saw us. Last year in April, we got 2 people up literally walking in our carport at our home to see if it would really work. And it worked extremely well. Reached out to our Rotary Club and said, what do you think? Should we take this on as one of our signature projects? Everybody said, absolutely. So that's how Rotary got involved. And then we have a wonderful club in Colorado now that helps sponsor a lot of our clinics. One of their members is here right now that you'll get a chance to meet in just a second. But it's so important for people to understand that a lot of amputations take place in Belize, Most of them are above knee, and we're not doing that yet. These are all below knee. People still have their knee currently, and we're able to put a prosthetic on them, which is really nice. But I want to thank you for the interview with the gentleman today, because I know from Dr. Mike, who's an amputee also, that when you lose your leg, you kind of lose your identity in a way.
You can't move freely.
Oh, it just it just changes who you are. It changes your whole perception of yourself in a way. You gave them a chance to speak about themselves today and tell you how important it was to see them today, honestly. And it's hard for me not to get choked up because we change lives literally when they walk out of here today.
Yeah.
They needed to be able to tell their story so they were able to let you know they're real people, that they want their life back. And we're going to do that today. And you're going to share that mission with us.
Of course. As a Rotarian myself,
I know you
I am touched very much by this project. I'm very much impacted by it. And I'd like to congratulate the Rotary Club of Corozal for taking it on, and the Rotary Club of Highland Ranch, which is assisting you, right?
Yes.
You know, so giving people back something that they have lost, you know, and that they did not lose because they really wanted to lose it, but for whatever reason, it's something they have lost, and you give it back to them.
Right.
It's like giving back life, right?
It is. It not only gives them back their life, but family members, because family members are impacted too. They have to take care of them because the person can't take care of themselves anymore that much.
Yeah.
So now the family has a chance to go, "Phew, we have a life again," you know, that sort of thing. So, I mean, I just can't express it unless you walk the journey, which I've walked with Dr. Mike, and he lost his leg. You don't understand it until you walk it. And that's why it was so important for us to start this prosthetic clinic. So important for people to have a chance to get up again.
You're talking about Dr. Mike's journey. Would you mind sharing a little bit of Dr. Mike's journey with us as an illustration?
Thank you so much. He is a chiropractor here in town, and he had 3 failed knee replacements. That was just luck of the draw. He's not sick. He's not diabetic. It just happened that he lost his knee. We tried to save his leg over and over and over, and it just wasn't working. We finally made a decision in 2019 to take the leg off. Big impact in our life. Didn't have any idea where we were going to go at that point, but we knew we had good help in the United States. He had good insurance, and he's got a very nice leg. It's a much different concept than what we're doing here today. These legs cost $250 US that we're putting on people. So this is a huge savings for anybody to be able to get a leg. His was fancier, but he's able to come back to work now. He works full-time down here, right down the street, and he's super busy. Okay. And the Mennonites have found him, and they love him, so they come in truckloads. And so he sees, well, Monday he saw 60 people in 3 hours. So imagine that, right?
That's a lot.
I know, it's a lot. Yeah. And he's very good at what he does, so I can't fault him for anything. He's very good at what he does. He's been doing it for 40 years, so he knows what he's doing. Anyway, but that's his story. That's our story. That's what got us started right here. So when we said, let's do this, let's just get together with Hope to Walk. Like I said, we went to the club. Everybody said, absolutely, we'll make it another signature project besides our scholarships that we do. And here we are today.
How many members are in your Rotary Club? And tell me a bit more about the club itself and other work that it does.
We have 21 members, and we're very active. We have half expats and half Belizeans. The Belizeans are the ones that work all the time, so we don't get to see them at our lunch meeting, but we have a night meeting, so they're able to come to that. And so we're super active. We're always doing scholarships. We just painted the Children's Park again and gave it a facelift, which it really needed. This afternoon, because of the Rotary Club in Denver, we're going to be down at Children's Park putting on reflective tape on bikes. So we've advertised that on the radios and all through the schools. So we want anybody that's in town to come and get reflective tape on their bikes, because we all know you can't see them at night.
Yes.
It's very scary. So. Exactly. So anyway, that's one of the things. And then this, of course, is a very big signature project. And so then we work really closely with another organization out of Maryland called Believe in Belize. And that's where people in the United States send their donations. So the club in Denver has sent that to them, the money for this particular clinic this week. They sent it there, and then Believe in Belize sends the money over to Virginia to Hope to Walk. They pay for the kits. Then the kits were shipped down here.
And is the cost that you mentioned earlier on, the $250, I think it was, you said, is borne by the recipient of the leg, or
No, it's free to the charge, the person that gets it.
the person that gets it free?
Gets it free. Everything that we're doing is all from donations, so they get it for free. Now, if something happens down the road and they need another part, there is a small charge they'd have to pay for, because we can't keep giving things for free over and over and over. But when they walk out today, when Mr. Rowland and Mr. Jesus walk out today, they're walking out free of charge leg.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow,
I know,
that's
it's
amazing.
And this
It's
week,
amazing.
we're going to have 14 people up walking.
14 people
14.
this week alone.
We got 4 up walking yesterday. Today's actually our slow day. We have 2 today, 3 the next 2 days, and then 4 on Friday.
And how often do you have these clinics? And
It's
how
about
long
every
do they
3 or
last?
4 months.
Every 3-4 months.
Yeah.
So when you wind up on Friday, it'll be another 3 months or so before.
It
you have
probably
another-
will be. We're in March, and we'll probably be doing something, I'm thinking midsummer, maybe early fall, something like that. Yes.
And do you have an idea more or less of how many people have benefited from it?
Oh, so far we have, let's see, the 2 people on the door with pictures, they are the first 2 we did in the carport. And then the last clinic we did 10, and we're doing 14 this time, so 24, 26.
26.
So far.
I'm counting.
Yes, and counting, and going up. Absolutely. Absolutely, with God's blessing, we're going up and up and up with it, yes.
You know, Shelley, listening to you and the conversation I've had with the 2 gentlemen that are receiving treatment here today makes me realize how important it is to be having a discussion, an open discussion with your doctor, and to listen to your doctor and to what he's telling you.
Vital, so vital. If you're seeing something on yourself, especially if you're a diabetic or you've had a recent injury of some sort, you see something, be aware of it and take it and address it with your doctor right away. Because the longer you wait, the more they're going to have to probably take off, and it gets above the knee, and that's when it gets really serious. If you're a doctor in the area and you have the option not to take the leg off, and you can be very guided about it, please try to save the knee, because that gives us the chance to put a leg on them. Because we're not doing above knee at this point. We just don't have that option. So if you're a diabetic or somebody that's had a caning accident or a motorcycle accident or something, and you see something on your leg that has some kind of a wound or injury, take it to the doctor right away. The sooner you get it done, the chances are you could save your leg. And if not, they could save the below and still save the knee. And if you're a doctor, again, we ask you, if you could just possibly think about not taking the knee off, because it's really a life changer. It's much easier for a person to walk that still has their knee than if they don't. That's a.
Why is that, Shelley? Maybe you could explain that a bit.
Takes about 300% more energy to walk without a knee, literally. I mean, the stability and everything. And I only know this, again, because of Dr. Mike. I walk this journey every day with him. So it takes so much more energy to walk if you don't have a knee. Concentration, strength, and there's so much more that goes into physical therapy and that sort of thing. These folks, as long as they keep everything really strong in the lower half of their leg and they just practice walking, they'll be up walking, probably without assistance at some point.
And they won't walk with that limp or anything like that. Would they be walking with a limp? Or?
They shouldn't. I mean, because they're going to go out balance and everything. If they have a limp, they possibly have another injury.
Okay.
So that's something we'd have to readdress with them and with their doctor.
Okay. So when my good friend Mr. Rivas over there walks out here, he should be walking normal.
He should be walking great in a brand new pair of shoes.
I guess he might use a walker just for a little, to prop him up for a little while to feel safe. You know.
We'll see. Like I said, it depends on the person. We have people that just walk out with no assistance, and then some, they still feel better with the crutches or the walker.
Now, how can someone access these services, Shelley?
Well, that's a great question, and thank you for asking. And you've been very good about facilitating it with us. I reached out to you and asked you if you could advertise it through your show, and you did for us, which was great. And we put it on Facebook, and we just let people know we have a clinic coming up of this state. We're looking for people that still have their knee and that are an amputation. Reach out to us. I had people starting to reach out to me through my phone number on WhatsApp. They send me pictures of their leg. I can say yes or no. I send it on to our prosthetic specialist, Terry, which you'll meet him in a few minutes, and he's the one that makes the ultimate decision, if it looks good to go. But they can't have any kind of an injury still going on. It can't be a fresh amputation because it hasn't healed. There can't be any drainage, infection, or anything. We have to have somebody that's healed and ready to go, which we have today, which is great. I know. I'm so excited. I hope you can all see it too.
I can see it.
I know.
I can see it. I can see how excited you are with this project.
life-changing.
Yeah. Is there anything that you want to say that I have not asked you?
The only thing I think that I should clarify probably is it's $250 US for the kits or 500 Belize. And donations can go here, or you can send them directly to our Rotary Club here in Corozal. And we put them right in the bank, goes into our projects.
The person receiving this gift,
It's
free of charge, receives it free of
Did I
charge.
mention free Roland, free Jesus? Yes, it is.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to have you here, Renee. Thank you. You're such a good friend. You're such a good friend, and God bless you. Thank you.
All right. And we have Betsy Alexander of Rotary District 5450, and that's in the United States of America, right?
in Highlands Ranch, Colorado.
Highland Ranch, Colorado, District 5450. Tell me a little bit about your district. How many clubs in your district?
We have about 63 clubs in the district, give or take a few clubs every year. That some we add some more and then lose some every year.
And your club is the Rotary Club of
Highlands Ranch.
Highlands Ranch. All right. Now, how did the Rotary Club of Highlands Ranch get connected to the Rotary Club of Corozal here in Belize?
Actually, it was part of the Littleton Highlands Ranch, and then oftentimes when the clubs and the area grows, they expand, and that's what we did and became Highlands Ranch Rotary from the Littleton, Colorado Club.
But how did you get connected with the club here in Belize? How did you know about Rotary Club of Corozal? How did you learn about that?
We, one of our members, he was president last year, Bill Zimmerman, came to Belize on vacation, and like so many Rotarians, we look around for a Rotary Club to attend, and he met Shelley and was in Corozal and talked to her about this project of Hope to Walk, and was so excited about it. He brought it back to Highlands Ranch, to our club, and everyone was so excited. The thought of being able to help somebody walk in one day was just too attractive to turn away. So we were just very excited about it. Yeah.
And what's your involvement in the project? You finance it? How you provide labor? What does your Rotary Club do?
Well, we're trying to do a little bit of both, but certainly at this point, like we here are financing and supporting this week by providing the supplies and the prosthetics for the people that need them this week. And we are a team of 8. And we are here to help Shelley and her club in any way that we can. And she gave somebody the week off this week, so I'm signing them in. And I'm thrilled to be able to do something that I can do. It's just been a wonderful time so far.
Is this your first visit to Belize?
It is. It is.
What do you think of our country so far?
Well, it's just amazing. It's so beautiful, and I can't wait till the end of the week where we're going to be able to see a little bit more of it.
Of course, because you've been working. You've been within these 4 walls. You're working very, very hard.
Well, we are in 2 teams of 4. And so we are the first team here, and then the second team is going to arrive on Wednesday, and they will do the end of the week, and then we'll get a chance to see more of your beautiful country.
All right. So the team of 4. Who are the other members of the team, and what do they do?
Well, I think, we are not professional medical personnel or prosthetic people, so we are sort of administrative help or help in any way that Shelley and her team feel that they need and that we can do.
Would you bring a doctor along with you?
I don't think so. I think that probably needs to, that's a way ahead of us at this point. I don't think that we're looking to do that. We are now looking at trying to think about the appropriate grants that might be, it's more of a financial support, and think of the financial grants that might really be able to expand the program here and serve more people. And Shelley and her club.
I keep hearing about Hope to Walk.
Well, I'm probably not the best person to ask for that, but it is the company that started providing the mechanics of allowing people to walk more quickly and less expensively than oftentimes you see in the United States.
Now, Betsy, before I leave you, is there anything you want to tell me that we did not mention just now?
Well, I would just like to thank Shelley for allowing us to come down here and to support her, and ask the other Rotary clubs to also think about such a worthy cause.
Well, Betsy Alexander, thank you so much. It's a pleasure meeting you.
And thank you so
And
much for having
And
me.
I really hope you get to see much more of Belize and enjoy Belize.
Thank you.
And thank you for the work you do in the name of Rotary. You know,
Yes.
as Rotarians over the world, we are
Yes.
here to give service of
Yes.
ourselves.
Absolutely.
You know, and so thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you so much.
Over 20 Belizeans have benefited from the project. We met Jesus Chata Nunes and Ronald Rivers and will have their story after a word from our partners, Belize Tourism Board, Shell Belize Limited, and DeBarry.
We are DeBarry, offering you great products, good service, and of course, the lowest prices in the entire country. Visit us in Belize City, Belmopan, San Ignacio Cayo, Orange Rock, and now in San Pedro, La Isla Bonita. DeBarry. Get more? Be less.
Shell V-Power with 3 times more cleaning and friction reducing molecules. Go well. Go Shell.
This no right. Garbage in the streets, creating dump sites, throwing the trash on the highway. We not fit do that. Only we could stop this. Each of we play an important part in protecting our beautiful country. This that we believe. Respect it, cherish it, love it.
It don't matter what part of the jewel they come from. You da you and me da me. But guess what? All are we the one. See what I mean?
And I'm with Jesus Chata, who is receiving treatment here, a new prosthetic leg, right, Jesus? Yes. You have received it already, Jesus?
No, they're in the process doing it right now.
Okay. But let's get to know you, Jesus. Who is Jesus Chata?
Well, Jesus Chata I am 6 years old. I am from Orange Rock. And I was recommended by one of my friends, Miss Ami Castillo. I would like to tell you thank you very much for recommending me to the Rotary Club of Corozal. And I called the number that they gave me, and then Dr. J went to my house in Orange Rock the 23rd of February last month, and then he checked my photo and he told me that I need to come in today. So I came today at wrong. They brought me here, so I'm here waiting to see what will happen.
Now let's get to know your life now. You are from Orange Walk, I take it. Tell me, you went to school, you played sports, what did you do?
Well, I went to San Francisco Roman Catholic School in Orange Rock. I went to Orange Rock Technical High School. I went to Muffles Junior College, Sixth Farm, and I played sports. I play volleyball. I'm a softball coach. Miss Ava Diaz know me as a softball coach. I used to coach. I recruit young girls from, when I see they have talent, I recruit them and put them in a team of lone young girls that are coming out from high school. So I become a coach from when I came out from high school. I used to be a pitcher for Orange Rock Falcons. I went to the Belize games. I play in Chedamal. I play in Maritime. In different places at Chedamal I used to play. And this is part of my life. I love softball and I love sports. So I heard that the competition is beginning in 2 weeks.
You're still following, right?
Yeah, I'm still involved. Teams call me to help them, and this year I think I'm going to be coaching Guinea Grass softball team.
Excellent.
So I'm still involved with it, and when you love a sport, you can't leave it.
Yeah. Now, what led to the amputation of the leg?
Oh, what led to the amputation of my leg? I got diabetes. Yes.
How did you find out you contracted diabetes?
Oh, they killed one of my friends 23 years back.
23 years ago.
Yes, they killed one of my friends in front of me. And I could remember seeing that scene and still is in my head. And I was in a shock. I couldn't even move. And when people were talking to me, I didn't like know they were talking to me. I was lost and shocked and everything. And I could remember that I wanted to urine and I couldn't urine. And from that day to now, I got diabetes. My diabetes the first time went to 585, and I didn't know I had diabetes.
What led to the discovery of that high rate of sugar?
I went to the doctor, and the doctor pinched me on my finger, and he told me he's going to do a diabetes test, and then he told me my diabetes is 585.
Sugar was at 585.
Yes, sir. And it's not controlled, and he told me he have to admit me, and he admit me for 2 weeks. They put me drips, and they give me metformin for the first time, and they give me insulin to try to level it. And that was the first time that I went to the doctor. I was admitted for level my diabetes, and they level it in 2 weeks. I was in the hospital, and they level it to get normal to 160. From 585 to 160, they bring it down.
So you walked out of the hospital, and what happened next? I mean, that maybe led to where you are today.
What happened
Tell me the
next?
story.
My sugar is not controlled because I am someone that like to eat sweet. Sweet attract me.
Okay.
If they're selling pudding, I will run pudding. If
Still yet? Even though you know it's not good for you?
Coke, that Coke is like a drug for me. I need that Coke, but I don't drink it often now. I will take one right now and one the other week, and I am afraid of Coke now.
Okay.
I'm afraid of Coke because a lot of people say because you like drink Coke. So
Addicted to the sugary things. That's what you're telling me.
Yes.
Sugary, you are there with it.
One day I went to a shop in Orange Rock and I feel something sting me on my foot.
How long ago was that?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
And I didn't pay it mine. The other, that was Friday. Saturday, Sunday, my foot started to get swell, and it was getting red and green around it. When I went to the doctor cut my foot, and he took out the pus, what was in my foot, and from there, I was going to Chedamal when border was closed. I used to get a border pass because you have to apply through the mail with Miss Deidre Baptist in Belmopan. And I used to get my pass to go to Chedamal. I was in Chedamal for nearly 2 years trying to save my foot. And the doctor used to tell me, you're a diabetic person. It's really hard to you to save your foot. And during that process, I could remember I was in border in Corozal, and they didn't want me to pass. And they put me to stand up 4 hours. 4 hours I was standing up. And when I reached to Charamal, my foot break. I hear something going crack. I couldn't walk. From there, I couldn't walk. And I tell my Mom, did you stone me with a stone on my foot? And she said, no.
So you weren't feeling anything? You just thought it broke, but you were not feeling any pain or anything?
Yes, I feel pain. I couldn't walk.
Okay.
I stand up right there at the market, at the new market. I remember I couldn't stand up, and I asked a guy to help me to catch a cab, a taxi, and the taxi take me to the hotel. And that night was a Sunday, the 12th of December, 2021. I break my foot in Charamal. I couldn't walk. And from there, under my foot, the sore, the cyst that I had get better. But the doctor told me that the bone under my foot, that is bugging me. That will make I lose my foot. And he tell me that they can do nothing to fix my foot because if they put one iron in it, it will not get better because I don't have the bone in it again. It gets shish. So I lose like nearly 12,000 Belize in Charamal trying to save my foot, and I couldn't save it. So the doctor tell me to come back to Orange Rock. And when I went to Orange Rock, I went to do an X-ray. And when I do X-ray de Asunción, the doctor tell me I need to go cut my foot because the gangrene is going up. And that was a Friday, and Monday I cut my foot in Orange Rock.
What was that experience like? I'm just sitting here listening to your story and imagining what you must have gone through, experiencing them cutting off your leg. I mean, what was it like? Walking through what happened after that?
Well, what happened after the surgery, I get in an anxiety and a depression. A psychology had to come and counsel me. They gave me counseling to accept what happened. And it was kind of hard to me to accept it, but eventually, thank God, I accept it. I accept what happened to me because after the surgery, I may burst the stitches under my foot.
You bursted yourself?
I tried to walk.
Okay.
Because I get in a depression and I wanted to walk out of the hospital. And I drop on the ground and all the stitches burst. I burst it 2 times.
Wow.
And not accepting that I don't have my foot, I wanted to walk out. And I didn't have the foot and I drop on the ground. That hurts.
I could imagine.
Because
I could imagine. I'm listening to you and I'm feeling it. You know,
that
imagining how you must have
because
felt.
you have to go back again to make the sew it. And this would never take long to get better. But then afterwards, I get another surgery on my chest.
What was that for?
It was like a ball growing inside. And the doctor says, I better take it out because if it get bigger, it could become cancer.
Okay.
So I take it out, and that have like November, December, January. I don't want to get better. It still take out like little pus. Doesn't want to get better. Okay. And when I went back to the doctor, and he says it's because I am diabetic.
Yeah.
That's
a while to heal, no?
taking long. And he tell me the biopsy, they send the biopsy to check what is the ball. But I am afraid to go find my biopsy. I don't pay for it and I don't want to go find it.
Okay. But I guess it's important that you find that you know what's happening so you can treat it effectively, right?
Yeah. And before I lose my foot, I got 7 surgery on my foot in Chetumal. 7 surgery. Before I lose my foot. They used to cut it, take out the blood, and because the blood circulates down, but it's not circulating up. Yeah. So the blood used to get like clots, and that used to give me pain. So the doctor have to cut it. Like he will cut from here to here, take out that blood. A whole bucket of blood. And then my blood went to 4. I could remember when I went to cut my foot, they couldn't cut it at this. Yes, my blood was so they have to give me blood to bring it up and then give me 5 bags of blood. And my blood gone to 11, so they did the surgery for me in 3 days. They did the surgery.
And how did you find out about this program that the Rotary Club of Corozal is doing?
Oh, I find out one of my friends, Ami Castillo, sent me the link. And I called the number. And when I called the number, Dr. J said he will go to Orange Rock. The same day I called, Dr. J went to Orange Rock, and he went to my house. And he saw my foot, and then he told me to come this 7th of March. Right here. So this morning they bring me.
That's why you're here today.
Yeah, my sister bring me here, and I'm here today.
And what are your expectations now that you're here?
Well, I'm excited to get my foot. I just want my foot. I think I need to go back to work. You need to work. I am someone that active. I like to work. I want to work, and I just hope I thank the Rotary Club and thank the doctors.
So you say you want to work. Remind me of what work you're doing now, because you told me how active you are in sports and different disciplines. What kind of work are you doing now?
Well, right now I sell shoes online. I sell cosmetic. Everything. Cosmetic, perfume, purses, and everything what you can find online, I sell.
Very good. Now, what advice would you give to people who might, because you know this show has a wide audience, so what advice would you give to people who might be experiencing some difficulties and how to cope with it? How could someone cope with something like this?
What advice I could give people is to have faith in God, because without God we are nothing. And you know, after this happened to me, you really know who are your friends.
It teaches you a lot, right?
Yeah. Because when you're in need, there's no friend. And I keep learning everything in life. I go on, keep on learning that you really have to know who are your friends.
And your plans moving forward now is to continue moving up, right?
Yeah, I think that
Despite any difficulty.
2021, when I thought I was going to die, and I didn't die, I think that God have me here for a purpose, and I will live my life in a good way. Better way than first.
Okay, very good. Jesus, thank you for talking with me, man. And I want to wish you all the very best, okay? Thank you so much, okay? Deeply appreciate it.
Hold right here on that. Hold that up. All the wrinkles out. Then, how about that? Pretty good.
Looking good.
Okay. There you go. Now let's try this. We made you a little shorter, okay?
Feel better, Jesus?
Is that better?
It's looking better now to
Better?
me.
Jesus, look up here, okay?
Don't look at the back.
Yes. Don't look down. It's going to be there with you everywhere you go.
No, it was running, but he
There you go. Perfect. Let's come out this way.
Yeah, that's better, Terry. Attended bar is even now.
That's better now, yeah.
He's
Wow.
doing great. What you're coming through with your sound side perfectly.
Thing in Canada. Oh, look at you.
That's a picture, a baseball pitcher, you don't need a walk.
You're doing an awesome job. Take a smaller step with your prosthetic side and come all the way past your prosthesis with your good side, okay? Do you care to go one more trip down that way?
So I turn
You turn, but which side are you going to?
this side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. You got the turning right, right, Jesus?
He listened.
Don't look on the ground.
The alignment this time is absolutely spot on.
Listen your leg. Don't
That was
too much
better.
on the other thing. You're doing good.
Oh.
Look at her. Look at her, Jesus. Look up.
No, because he did tell me something, and
Just walk to me and keep looking at me, okay?
I feel comfortable with the walker, Miss Angie. So
That's fine, honey. We're gonna send you home with that one. I think that's the right height and everything, too.
What's the feeling, Jesus?
no, the feeling is very good. I feel happy.
And we feel happy for you. You know how good I feel looking at you and seeing you walking, Jesus? I feel, I could just imagine how your sister feels right now.
I think she's happy for me, and I would like to thank the Rotary Club of Corozal, all the doctors who are here. I would like to thank you very much. Thanks.
Jesus, thank you for sharing the story with me, right? I have to tell you thanks, and I have to encourage you to keep going at it, my brother. Never give up.
Like all my sister says, I threw the towel 500 times, she picked it up 500 times and one for me.
That's right. That's right. You pick it up one time more, right? Because that's what it is, right? And so keep on walking, Jesus.
Thank you, Mr. Renner.
All right, all the best. I have the pleasure and privilege of talking now with Roland Rivers, and Roland is here to receive his new leg, right? I could touch it, Roland?
Yes, you can.
I could touch it, right? Yeah.
Nothing hurts. Nothing hurts there.
Nothing hurts?
Nothing hurts.
You don't feel nothing?
No, I don't. Well, I feel it touching my leg, but I don't feel. Right?
It doesn't hurt?
It doesn't hurt. No. I got this. Amputated on Thanksgiving Day in 2021.
Now, what led to that, Roland?
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Yes.
No, but let's get to know you now before we come back there now. Let's who's Roland Rivers?
Roland Rivers is a long, long story. I don't.
You were born where, when you gone to school, and that kind of thing?
I was born in Belize City, right? 1955, right? Went to St. John's Primary School, St. Michael's College, right? I went to, I began teaching at the age of 17 at St. Mary's Primary School. I went to Teachers College, right? From Teachers College for 6 years. I was in teaching profession for 6 years. I stopped teaching in 1978, and I became a public health inspector in 1978. I went to Jamaica for my diploma in public health, right, from 1980 to 1982. Right, I came back. I was the public health inspector in charge of Stan Creek from 1982 to 1985. Went to Toledo from 1985, December 85 to 87. I became an assistant sanitary engineer in the Ministry of Health in 87, right? But then I was in the water and sanitation program, passed over from the Ministry of Health to the Ministry of Natural Resources in 1987. I was asked by the then Permanent Secretary, Ms. Eleanor Hall, if I could come over with the project. I went over with the project, so I was the national coordinator for the Rural Water Plant Sanitation Program from 1987 to 1995. The Rural Water Sanitation Program was responsible to construct rural water systems throughout the country. I am responsible for 95% of those systems that have been constructed countrywide. I wanted it to be 100, but I didn't reach 100. I didn't reach 100. Why? Because they retrenched the program in 1995. The entire Rural Water Plant Sanitation Program was retrenched in December 1995, and I had no option but to run away to the U.S. I got a fellowship through USAID to go and study for my environmental engineering degree in Socorro, New Mexico, from January 1989 to December 1992. So it's only 3 years after I came back, they closed down the program, right? And me with a degree, right? It's a water and wastewater degree, right? It's how to construct water and wastewater systems and to do that, right? And I was really hurt about that, but I went away in 1996, right? And to the US. I was back in Belize February of 1999, right? The government had changed then. I didn't come to stay, I only came because my 6 months was up in the US. So I came and my father told me, he said, boy, the CEO for Rural Development asked if you could please call him when you come in, right? I said, no problem. I called him. I went up there to meet him. He said, they want me to bring back the Rural Water Program, right? That was 1999, February 1999. Okay. So I stayed, and I began working from 1999 until 2004. Dr. Canton, Gil Canton, Gil Canton, from PUC. He saw me at a meeting that I attended for the CEO at the complex building in Belize City, and he stole me away from rural development, right? I went to Public Utilities Commission as the water and wastewater engineer, right? We set tariffs for BWS and we monitor BWS countrywide, right? When I was working at PUC, right? No, we had health insurance then, and we had to do our yearly checkup, right? And it was during one of those. I was in public utilities from 2004 until 2016. It was during one of those checkups that they told me that I am borderline diabetic, right? But it didn't bother me, right? I just continued living my same old life.
So you did not take care of yourself, even though you heard you were borderline diabetic?
I didn't.
So it's important that people, when they know they're borderline diabetic, to start taking care of themselves.
We will have more from Ronald Rivers and meet a couple members of the Rotary Club of Highlander Ranch in Colorado, USA. We step aside to hear from our partners, Belize Tourism Board, Shell Belize Limited, and DeBarry.
We are DeBarry, offering you great products, good service, and of course, the lowest prices in the entire country. Visit us in Belize City, Belmopan, San Ignacio Cayo, Orange Rock, and now in San Pedro, La Isla Bonita. DeBarry. Get more? Pay less.
Shell V-Power, with 3 times more cleaning and friction-reducing molecules. Go well. Go Shell.
This no right. Garbage in the streets, creating dump sites, throwing a trash on the highway. We no fit do that. Only we could stop this. Each of we play an important part in protecting our beautiful country. This that we believe. Respect it, cherish it, love it.
It don't matter what part of the jewel they come from. You that you and me that me. But guess what? All are we the one. See what I mean?
What were some of the things that you used to do that created your condition?
Well, I think it's the life you live, right? Junk food is a big problem, right? And you are traveling countrywide. Remember, my job takes me north, south, east, and west, right? All the villages, and you just, you eat on the go most of the time, right? So you're not sitting down eating a healthy food most of the time, right? And I think that is what, and then the sweets are there, right? The offerings are there, right? You are out in the rural areas, people are so kind to you, you just eat without thinking about it. Right? And it was there that I realized that it wasn't there. In 2016, right? I was not signed a contract. My contract was not renewed.
Your contract was up and it was not renewed.
It was not renewed at PUC. And the same thing happened to me where I had to run away to the U.S. again.
Oh, so you went back to the U.S. So when you found out you had the diabetes was while you were at PUC, so this happened, you went back, all your thing now happened after you.
They recommended metformin and all these pills to me, and I didn't take any.
Okay.
I didn't take any. I didn't want to take, I didn't want to take any pill, right? I went over to the U.S., right, and in 2017, February 2017, right? And I went, we had insurance over there too, and I went to the doctor and they sat me down and they began talking to me. Over there it's different because they have counseling and all sort of things. They put you in front of these people and they talk to you and right? And they put me on the metformin, another medication. I said, I have to take it or else, right? The blood sugar was high, right? Hypertension, all sort of things setting in, right? And that is when I realized, fully blown, I had it, right? Okay, the government changed in 2020, right? I came back to see if I would get back my job at PUC, right? But because of the COVID and everything, they said they're not hiring anybody new. I really felt bad about that, and I felt like, I was given a hard blow because, it's like 7 years of my life, I wasted because of politics, right? because I know they didn't renew my contract because of politics, right? And I got frustrated, I got depressed, everything. And everything that came in front of me, I ate, right? And my favorite thing was tamarind sweet. I know tamarind sweet is all sugar, right? I ate a lot. It was a pack of raw tamarind you buy in the plastic,
No,
no, I make the sugar bar myself. That was the problem, right? And that is where I had a
that's like eating just sugar.
yes, and another sweets too, right? Pastries and things like that. I didn't care, right? I didn't care. I was frustrated. I came back to serve this country, right? After all I did for this country where water is concerned, right? And for them to do that to me, right? I don't think it was right. It was hard on me, and that is what I don't want anybody to head in that direction, right? Try to control from then, right? And don't go down the road I went. It's very bad, because what happened is that because of all those pastries and all those sugar that I ate, right? I had a corn under my toe, under my big toe. A corn, a corn under my big toe, right? Under the big toe, right? And that looked like because of that sugar, that big toe got swollen and began bursting. I was living on Johnson Street. I went to Metro Norbers Polyclinic, right? They referred me straight away to KHMH. That was in November of 2021.
So quite recent, really.
Yes. I went there, they admitted me, right? They said they will try and save, doctor said they'll try and save the foot. So they began cleaning out the big toe that was affected, right? But when they began to x-ray it and look at it, and they said, no. Eventually, one doctor told me the very first day they'll have to cut off the foot, right? And I said, well, you see, I had some lightning strikes in both feet, right? The pain, like lightning, like something shocking it, right? In both feet. Right? But I must tell you that I think it was around 2015, I got a stent in my heart, right? I got a stent, and the way they do the stent was through here, through this little vein right here, they did the stent, right? And that is when I began finding these little shock in my feet, in both feet, right? In both feet, I began finding this little shock, right? And when I was over in the U.S. for 4 years, from 2017 to 2019, to 2020, right? I couldn't sleep well. I have to be shaking my feet to try to let that go away. And I went to doctor to see about it, and it developed with diabetes and everything. They gave me medication. I was taking my medication. Faithfully, I was taking my medication, right? But then when I came home in 2020, I didn't bring my medication. I left I threw it away, I said, because I'm going to get new ones here. Because I know that once I began working, I'll be going to, I have insurance, I'll be going to the doctor, and I'll begin all over again, right? I didn't get it, and then that is what happened to me, right? They tell me they have to cut it off.
So it was cut off. When was it cut off?
It was cut off 25th of November, 2021. Right?
And how did you learn about this program from the Rotary Club of Corozal?
Well, actually, it was just February 22nd this year. A very good friend of mine, Nurse Carmita, right? I think it was Ely, was her first title, right? She texted me through WhatsApp, text me the information, right? It was late in the evening. And the very following morning, I called Shelley, right? And I asked her about it, right? Because the thing that attracted me said, you have to be below the knee. I said, well, that's me. It has to be below the knee. It can't be above. And I contacted her, and I made sure I stayed on the case, right? And she contacted me back and said, yes, you are in. She said, you have been chosen to do it because, they have approved it. I said, good. But when I didn't know the extent of it until I got here this morning. I left Democracia from 4 o'clock this morning to come here. I want to be early, right? Yes, but it was 8:30 I was to reach here. But if I could have slept here last night, I'd have slept here because I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know I would be walking out of here with a limb.
Okay.
Right? And they got me so excited when they told me I'll be leaving here with a limb. Right? I felt on top of the world.
So you'll be leaving here walking.
Walking,
All
yes.
right.
That's
That's important.
oh my, I'm ecstatic. Right? I have a life to live, I'm 68, but I have a life to live. I want to tour my country again. I know every single village in this country. I want to go out. I want to, I don't say I want to know more. I will know more, but I think I know every little nook and corner, so I'll just make sure that I enjoy my life. I am on retirement right now, pension, Social Security, and government pension.
Very good.
Right?
So you have what to survive on.
Yes.
But you want to move around.
I want to move around.
And with the help of the Rotary Club of Corozal and this program,
very
you will.
thankful. I can't say how happy I am. Right? I'm ecstatic, and I don't know how to express myself really. Right? I didn't expect this today. I didn't expect it today.
Well, I think maybe we should just say thank you, Rotary, and that would be good enough for us.
I don't think so. I don't know what else I could do, but whatever way I could help, right? A heartfelt thank you, Rotary, right? And you want me to cry? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I didn't expect to walk out of here with a limb today, because I heard that they usually come, the doctors they come and they measure it, and then but months after they bring it and they fit it on you. That's what I heard, right? But when Shelley told me, he said, you need to, if the foot is infected, when you come here, we'll have to postpone it. I said, to myself, I said, this sounds great. I said, that means I'll be coming here, from here with a limb. But I wasn't sure until she told me this morning when I came in here.
Good.
And that was good.
Very good.
Right? And I speechless.
Well, maybe you can talk to other people just as in closing here right now as to what they can do to alleviate their situation and how just talk to people who might be in the same condition you are in.
Well, for the ones who haven't reached the condition but they know they are reaching it, try to avoid it. Try to avoid it. Don't be like me. I know there are threats in your life that cause you to do things that you regret afterwards, right? I regret it, but at the same time, I'm happy. I'm not sad. I made a wrong move, but I'm moving in the right direction at this point in time, and I'm really happy for where I am right now, right? And I want people to realize that the diet you choose determine what will happen to you, right? And I said, part of it is hereditary too, right? Your parents had it, right? From your mother or father side, whatever, you more than likely you may catch it. But you can control it, or you can avoid it if you look after your diet. The food you eat, very important. Leave the junk food alone. Leave the sweets alone.
Good advice. Thank you so much, Mr. Rivers, for talking with me, and I want to wish you the very best. Okay? Okay? No problem. Keep strong. You are the technician, and you're going to give my good friend here, Mr. Rivers, a new leg.
Yes, sir.
Basically. So walk me through this, please.
Okay, so what we're doing right now is we've already gotten his molding design, right? It's already here. So what I'm doing is making sure it fits.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is just simply put it on.
This is an ordinary sock, right? Correctly.
Yeah, this is a sock right
sock.
here.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's got 2 layers here.
Okay.
1 and 2. Right, this is to make sure that he has a thickness that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's got a pad that's also inside this sock. So I'm going to take it out. And we're going to fit it inside here. This pad is for the bottom where he has the amputation at.
Okay.
To make sure that he's got some type of cushion or some protection there. Right, so we're just going to put that in there.
How long have you been doing this?
I have been doing this about a year.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
But you learned?
I learned here, but my background is I was a combat medic in the U.S. Army for 21 years.
Okay.
So, and I,
Had some sort of
yeah,
background there.
yes, sir. I worked in emergency rooms and in hospitals, and I wanted to find a way to give back to my new country. So I chose to. Shelley told me and brought me aboard on Hope to Walk, and this is the way I get to use my medical skills and help people. Yeah,
Good, very good. So Belize is a new country.
this is my new country. Yeah, yeah, my adopted country. Yeah.
Very good, very good. Well, welcome to Belize. It's good to see what you're doing and your connection with Rotary, right?
Yes.
Because Rotary is really a great organization.
Yes, yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, so go ahead and bend. Bend your, okay. Let's see.
How you feel, Mr. Rivas?
I'm feeling good, feeling good.
Okay.
Right. Awesome. All right, just relax.
Go ahead, talk him through it.
Okay, so I'm just putting on right here, sizing it for comfort and the fit. I want to make sure it's nice and tight. And how does it feel?
Feel on the right here, like a little tight when I bend it, right? Or like,
So we want it snug on there. So what's going to happen later on is, of course, we're going to have a leg in here, and he's going to get a neoprene sleeve that goes over this. Right, so this is, we're not finished building it.
Okay, this is not finished yet, but the leg will grow in
Leg
here.
Plus a sleeve that will go over it.
Okay.
Yep. So, all right, so it's a good fit, so I'm going to go ahead and take it back to the back, and Jay's going to finish up.
So we call this phase one, right?
Phase
A fitting.
Yes, the fitting, yes. So that's what I do pretty much is like I do the fittings and the sizings, and Jay usually does the finishing up. He does.
This is what it will look like in the longer run.
Yes, but prettier. It'll look like this, but prettier. It'll look like this.
It's not yet finished, but
It's not
it's like an imitation shoe
Right.
and
So
what
this
have
gets
you.
sanded down. The shoe part gets sanded down. What we'll do is, this one isn't on. So we have a pylon like this that I've already sized the pylon from his knee down to his foot on his good side.
Okay.
So we're going to cut a pylon down to fit his size, right?
And
It
these
gets
pylons
simple. It's just PVC pipe and wood.
that's it?
Yes, that's it. Right, for durability, right. So once we cut the pylon down, we'll go ahead and, after the shoe is shaped, the foot is shaped.
To match his feet, right?
Yes.
To,
So
to,
he
to
can
match
put-
his foot, the other foot.
Correct. So he'll be able to put a shoe on this.
Okay.
We're going to shape it.
Oh, so he can put a shoe, actually
Yes, he can
put a shoe on this, so it won't be
Yes.
like you're walking with one shoe and
Exactly.
this. So you can put this in a shoe.
Correct.
Okay.
So once the finished product is all shaped, shoe is all shaped, yep, it'll look like that.
Oh.
Yeah. So it goes from there
Right.
to this, from this to
So
that.
you'll have a, yeah, look at
yes.
Right. So you can put a shoe on it.
and the shoes.
I was to bring my other shoe. I didn't know. I wasn't told. So that caught me by surprise, and I'm happy.
That's
Really happy. Right? So,
So this pylon, this one's already been adjusted to him.
yeah, but this is the drawing right now.
It's drying right now. So
Thanks, Shelley.
it's already been sized to his leg over here. We glue it in this piece, and then we also put a screw in there. So if you see, there's a little hole there inside.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll glue it with an epoxy plus a screw for extra security so it doesn't come off and it's very durable. Let that set up. And of course, we're sizing this while this is drying. I've already sized him. Then what we'll do is glue this piece onto here. Right. We'll make some adjustments. I'll come back out. We'll make some adjustments because we'll have to turn the foot too, right? Because most feet, they're at a slight 45-degree angle, right?
You can't have it.
Yeah, it can't be straight, so it sits naturally, right? We'll mark it, glue it on, and then I'll do like some finishing touches, like putting some of the black wrap around here so it's more durable. And then he'll wear it.
When he's walking out there and he has on a long pants or something, you'll never know
We'll never know.
that he has a prosthetic leg.
Correct. Yep. And that's the whole thing is like he's going to be more mobile now because he'll be able to use his walker As he gets stronger, he'll be able to stand and perhaps use crutches. Some people actually walk without even using the crutches or the walker, right? So
this is just till he gains confidence and learn to walk again.
right, until that builds up. Yeah.
Excellent. Remind me your name. You didn't. Edward.
Yes.
Edward
Caver.
Caver. Edward.
Yes.
All the best, man, and thanks for the great work you're doing. You know,
you, my pleasure.
and thanks for choosing Belize as your adopted home too.
Yeah, thank you very
Okay.
much.
All the best.
Thanks, Shelley and the Rotary Club, and Dr. Terry. And
How are you doing?
my lovely wife Stephanie over there. That's
The next thing I know, Roland want to run.
Hold it for me, please.
I want to see Roland. Make sure it's firmly in, no?
Yep. Stay nice and tight. All right, bend it. Okay.
And Roland, you have on shoes to match now?
Yes.
You can help me.
Well,
Hold it right here.
oh, that goes over like
So,
that.
Mr. Rowland, you want to make sure that it has contact with your skin. Right? So you pull this up. So this rubber piece here has the
Have
main
contact with the skin here.
So you can pull it up nice and tight. Because it creates a suction.
Okay, so the rubber piece must touch the skin, right?
Yes.
Create a suction.
To create the suction, okay.
You know the impression tight fit, right?
Tight fit, a really tight fit.
All right, sir.
Good.
Now, moment of truth.
No, this is the moment of truth, no? Let's see, let's look at this. Here we go.
1,
Go,
2,
Roland.
3, push. Good. Stand up, hips nice and straight. Okay, so take this leg out right there. How does that feel? No, Lucia. Nice and straight.
Just feel right on the front to the bottom, right? It's just
Bottom of your.
as he said, it has to.
It has to adjust.
It has to yes, over by using it.
Yes.
The way they said to use it, right? It will adjust itself and it will, right? But it hurts a little bit right there when I press down on it, right? So I don't.
Yeah, it's going to take some time. You have a little bit of swelling there. So what we're going to do is when you walk, get straight. You're going to lead with this foot.
You have to learn to walk again.
You have to learn to walk again.
Here, then that leg comes. Okay, and you walk all the way through. This leg comes all the way through, small steps. Walk toward the camera. There you go, small steps. Look straight forward. You don't have to, that leg is not gonna, it's not gonna break, it's not gonna bend, so.
I said, you know, at the walk, you feel like it's adjusting itself, you know. It will take a little time.
Look up at me and walk straight to me. Yep. Okay, so now we're gonna have, oh, you wanna stand up? Very good.
You can stand on your own, Roland.
Yes, I couldn't do that.
You couldn't do that before, right?
Couldn't do that.
Okay, so when you turn around, you're gonna stand on your good leg. So you're gonna always turn on the side of your good leg. So small steps to turn.
You cheated.
Nope.
I have a
Go
turn.
back. Go back. Don't use this.
Just leave it, just leave
No,
it.
no. Turn this leg first. Small turns. Not on this. Put the weight on this leg. Now, turn this leg. Turn a little bit. There you go. Now bring that leg forward a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Now, there you go. Now turn that leg. There you go.
Excellent.
There you go. That's what you're doing. Right. You're not using this because you may not have that all the time.
Okay.
So I said turn on.
Yeah, it's just it's first how you feel that he has to use it, but then soon he
Yeah, I said
doesn't have to use it, right?
It has to adjust inside there over the days. That's why I said do it an hour for the first day and then begin add on as you feel more comfortable. You add on more time to it, which it gets adjusted to your foot, or your foot will get adjusted to it.
How do you feel, Roland?
Oh, I feel great. This is great. Thanks very much, everybody. This is great.
Look at him, yeah.
Good job. Watch this rolling. You take the foot forward, bring the other foot forward, then next. Just bring each of them forward, like you normally would walk.
Yep. Bring this foot forward.
This one?
Yep. Now bring that one.
Past it, right?
Now
Just
bring
like
that one
that.
past it. Yep.
Learning to walk all over again.
Exactly, just like that. Like that, exactly. Bring the other leg forward. There you go. How's it feel?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Getting there, it's getting there, I'm telling you, it's getting there. Right, I said it's just the,
Look at these ladies to see you. They came all the way from Denver to see you.
See, Denver, Colorado.
Yes.
Yep. Use that leg. Yep. Now turn. Yep. Use that leg.
Hi.
Okay. Very good. Now let me try something.
Okay, Roland, do your thing now.
Stand up nice.
Uh-huh. Now this is the one now.
Okay.
move the right foot first.
Yeah, I got you. Yep. I got you.
You
Yep.
got it, man.
Go ahead. Stick. Yep.
Just the, I say just the tightness there where it's hitting down
Take
on
couple
the,
steps.
on the,
Maybe we could pull it a little bit so you could come here. Yeah.
Very good.
You use for the walking, you gotta make smaller steps.
Remember, you make big steps already, Roland. You're making big steps already.
you can feel it adjusting itself as you're walking, you know. You can feel it adjusting itself as you're walking.
And it does, and you'll get used to it.
So he's feeling the adjustment as he walks, he's feeling it being adjusted.
Yes, it's going to take time.
That limb
Yes.
is amputated, is not touching anything.
And it's touching right now where, it,
Right.
you know, and once it adjusts, it's going to be,
Are you
it's a
feeling
little
anything
sensitive
else?
right now.
Are you feeling anything else that's not right? That's what I want to know.
No. Only that piece, only that part that's touching there, which it has to touch because it has to, right? And over a period of time, it practice and everything, it will get where it should be.
Right.
But
Takes time.
it's feeling great for me.
Did you know how amazing that was? You just stood up. You had no walker or anything. My prediction is you'll be walking without assistance soon.
Yes.
As soon as you're used to it.
They don't expect this either.
You know, and I'm sure they didn't expect to see it on TV either, right? They didn't expect to see it on TV either, right?
No, nobody expected it. I didn't expect it, right?
Well, thanks for agreeing to talk to us, Roland, and I want to wish you all the best, you know.
Thank you very much, Renee. Right, it's a pleasure meeting you and seeing you again for so long, right?
Long time.
1972.
We don't say how long.
1972.
You were working in Belize. But I've known you for a long time.
Yes, we have, right?
Good seeing you again.
Thank you very much. Oh yes, I'm feeling great. I think I'm the happiest man on earth right now.
That's good, man. I feel good for you.
Roland, how do you feel, buddy?
I'm feeling good.
It feels good?
Really good.
No pain.
No pain. I say,
Okay.
pressing down where it has to adjust. That is understood.
There's
right?
one real important thing I want you to know, okay? When you turn, always turn to your left, okay?
Okay.
Because if you turn to your prosthetic side, to the right, if you get in a wreck, you will fall. Because you can't get off of that leg, okay? Right, you don't want to face plant. So turn to your left. Let's practice a couple times, okay?
Yeah.
Let's walk up through here and then turn around.
Yes, that's good.
New shoes. Yeah. Roland said a long time I put on a pair of shoes.
Stop. Which way are you going to turn?
That's the turn right there, Roland. Yeah. What? You're a master? You do like a pro, Roland.
This is the first time that he's ever worn a prosthesis.
First time.
First
man.
time.
Congrats, man. Well done.
Thanks again, guys.
It don't matter what part of the jewel they come from. You da you and me da me. But guess what? All are we the one.
And this has been a wonderful experience today, right? I've seen 2 Belizeans walk that were not walking before, right? And confidentially moving away from here, right? Yes. So I want to thank you for the wonderful work that you all are doing. Right? This really is great. I'll give each of you an opportunity to, I've already met you formally, but I will give everyone an opportunity to say something that they might want to say about this project and about how they feel today and how they feel being a Rotarian, particularly those who are Rotarians. You could go again.
No, that's Thank you for giving us the opportunity to talk about Rotary and talk about this project. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome. Yeah. You want to hold the microphone? Hey.
You can. I'm Claudia. I'm delighted to be here to see the kind of work that's going on here and to see what Terry is doing with these feet. And I'd like to thank Shelley for giving us the opportunity to be a part of it.
Okay. And Claudia, what role did you play?
What role did I play?
You collect money and bring it.
Oh, yeah. Let me think. Yes, I collected money. And
you brought.
I did. Just
Over 6,000.
yeah, we did. Our club raised money, and we contributed that so that we could pay for quite a lot of these legs. At least 10 of them, I know. Mm-hmm.
In the
So yeah,
beginning.
that was our contribution.
Okay. And you are from the same club?
Oh, yes.
And your name is?
I'm Connie from Highlands Ranch Rotary, but Rotary is all over the world,
Yes,
and we are so excited to be involved in helping. We help in our own communities, but we love to help internationally as well.
Mm-hmm. And how do you both of you feel being in Belize? And you too. You'll tell me soon.
I've never been here before, and I love it. It's beautiful. Everybody's been very friendly, and I'm learning a lot about the culture.
Yeah.
We're enjoying the iguanas.
Oh, very good. Yeah. And what are you enjoying? She said, oh, you're enjoying the iguanas as well with her.
Oh, definitely iguanas too. Yes, and rum.
Oh, okay. I won't ask you which brand, but because
No.
all rums in Belize are good rums.
Yes,
Right?
yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes.
You found that out too? Yeah.
We all did.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm Marion, and this
hold
is
it.
actually my second time in Belize. The first time I played. Now I'm having actually more fun meeting the country people and learning more about the country and the countryside. And, Rotary is, the neatest part about Rotary is making friends all over the world.
That's right.
And that's why we come, is to make friends and to learn more about you and hopefully learning a little bit about us.
All right. And I know he's a member of the Rotary Club of Corozal, but we're going to ask you to say a few words and remind everyone of your name, please.
I'm Alfred Hamsch, and I'm a Rotarian since '95 out of Barrie, Ontario, Canada. And I came here, and there was 2 people left in this Rotary Club, and we had a guy named Earl Johnson. Yeah. He was the president, he was the secretary, and he was the treasurer for 5 years in a row. And I said, that's not a Rotary Club. And I've been working on then since then to bring local people be part of the Rotary Club. And Shelley is the one we're going to copy Earl Johnson. She's 2 times already president, more likely going to be 3 times president.
Pretty soon district governor, right?
Yeah. And I'd like to mention, you guys do more than just funding this project here. You also want to bring the reflectors for the bicycles and so on, which is also very welcomed here, So I'm proud to be a Rotarian, especially when I know guys like you. You're a true Rotarian, and I know you for a long time.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to give Madam President, we don't call her President for life, right? We just tell Madam President the last word here.
Before we leave. To go to beat Earl Johnson because he was 5 years. So
Working on his record. No, this has really been an honor. I have to tell you, to have everybody here to help sponsor this and to work with us on this. And this is a Rotary Club thing. Everybody's talking about me, but it's not me. It's about our Rotary Club. So please, everybody know that. I'm just honored to be able to have the chance to facilitate it. And the ladies are staying at my house, which is really fun because we're having a little time partying. So it's kind of, anyway, just a little, that rum, we need some more tonight. No. Anyway, it's an honor. Thank you so much, Renee. We appreciate you being here.
And thank you so much, Shelley, for having me here. And
Dear friend.
congratulations to the Rotary Club of Corozal for the wonderful work that they're doing. And to all who made this project possible. Thank you, gentlemen. I know you're in the background level. Thank you so much for what you've been doing. Terry and Jay. Yeah, Terry and Jay. Who is that?
The team.
The team. Oh, he's saying it's a team. I'm just getting it. It's the team. And of course, Rotary is teamwork all around the world, right? And you know, Jesus, because Jesus is about to leave, but he hasn't left yet. So we'll look at Jesus and say, Jesus, Rotary has a 4-way test, right? A beautiful 4-way test that you can apply to your life at all times, and this 4-way test will get you through. It's right on the wall here. I know it by heart, so I don't need to read it. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? And that is what this project does, right? It's a true project, right? It's fair to all concerned. It builds goodwill and better friendship, and it's beneficial to all concerned. Because while you got a leg, right, we got the joy of seeing you get that leg. And that's what we got. Because it's all inspired, like I keep on saying, by love. The love we feel for God, for our country, for our fellow human being, and for ourselves, you know. That's what it boils down to. And we always close our show by saying, Belize and beyond, thanks for choosing love.
Belize Watch. Knowledge of the past, impacting the present, building the future.
Celebration time. It don't matter what part of the jewel you come from. You that you